Hey everyone, Faith here, and welcome back to my garden. It's September, and if you're anything like me, you might be feeling a little bit of that end of summer sadness. The long, sun-drenched days are getting shorter. The big tomato harvest is winding down. It feels like the gardening season is coming to a close. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be over? What if I told you that September is actually a secret second spring? A golden opportunity to fill your garden beds with fresh, vibrant seedlings and incredibly fast-growing vegetables? It's true, the soil is still warm from the summer sun, but the air is starting to cool down, creating the perfect conditions for a whole new set of crops. We spend so much energy on our spring and summer gardens that we forget about the incredible potential of fall. The intense heat that can stress out many plants is finally gone, which means less watering and fewer pests for us to worry about. This creates a more relaxed and enjoyable gardening experience. This isn't about winding down, it's about gearing up for a brand new, speedy harvest that will carry you through the autumn months with delicious, homegrown food. Today, we are going to explore 9 amazing crops you can plant right now in September and harvest in 55 days or less. That's right, less than 2 months from now, you could be enjoying salads, sautés, and roasted veggies straight from your own backyard. I've hand-picked these varieties specifically for their speed, their love for cooler weather, and of course, their fantastic flavor. We're going to dive deep into how to sow these seeds, how to care for the plants as they quickly sprout and grow, and exactly when to harvest them for the best possible taste and texture. Are you ready to discover the secret power of September planning? Let's unlock this second spring together and get growing. All right, let's kick things off with our very first crop, and it's a personal favorite of mine for its sheer speed and zesty flavor, Rocket Arugula, specifically a gourmet blend. If you've ever had arugula in a restaurant, you know that incredible peppery kick it has. It's a sophisticated flavor that instantly elevates any dish. Arugula absolutely adores the cooler temperatures of fall. The intense summer heat can make it bolt and turn bitter, but in the gentle warmth of September soil, it truly thrives. The beauty of a gourmet blend is that you get a mix of varieties, creating a more complex and interesting flavor profile. It's like a pre-made artisan salad mix straight from your garden. Why is it so perfect for our 55-day challenge? Because you can start harvesting it in as little as 30 to 35 days. It's wonderfully simple to grow. Just find a sunny spot and loosen the soil. My favorite method is broadcast sowing. Just scatter the seeds lightly over the soil. Cover them with no more than 1/4 inch of fine soil or compost. They need some light to germinate. Then water them gently but thoroughly. Keep the soil consistently moist until they sprout. This is a cut and come again crop. Snip the outer leaves and the plant will continue to produce new growth from the center, giving you a continuous supply for weeks. Next up on our green store is an absolute classic, Grand Rapids lettuce. This is a champion of the cool weather garden. It produces large, frilly leaves that have a delightful crispness and a mild, sweet flavor, perfect for salads and sandwiches. Like our arugula, it's a cut and come again plant. You don't have to wait for a full head to form. You can start harvesting leaves in just 30 to 45 days. I often plant a new row every 2 weeks, a technique called succession planning, to guarantee a continuous supply throughout the entire fall season. Sowing is almost identical to arugula. Plant the tiny seeds very shallowly, cover lightly, and keep the seedbed consistently moist. Okay, we've covered some amazing greens, so now it's time to dig a little deeper into the soil. Let's talk about our first root vegetable, the tall top Early Wonder Beet. The name says it all. This beet is bred for speed, maturing in as little as 40 to 45 days. But here is the absolute best part. The reason I call this a 2-for-1 harvest hero. You don't just get the delicious roots, this variety is also grown for its abundant and tasty leaves. While you're waiting for those roots to swell, you can be harvesting the greens. It's a brilliant way to maximize your garden space. Success with root vegetables starts with good soil preparation. You'll want to loosen the soil to a depth of at least 8 to 12 inches. Remove any rocks or large clumps. This helps the beet roots grow straight down instead of becoming forked. Beet seeds are interesting. Each wrinkly nugget is actually a cluster of several seeds, which is why they pop up in clumps. Make shallow furrows and drop the seed clusters in. Cover gently and give them a thorough but gentle watering. Thinning is absolutely essential. Choose the strongest seedling in each clump and snip the others off at the soil line to give the root room to grow. About 55 days later, it's time for the main event. There is nothing more satisfying than that pop as the beautiful round beet comes out of the ground. All right, let's journey from our beet patch to the vibrant world of Asian greens. Our next crop is the crisp and speedy Bok Choy. It grows in a vase-like cluster of tender leaves and crunchy, juicy stalks. The flavor is mild, sweet, and refreshing. Plus, it is incredibly fast. You can go from seed to harvest in as little as 40 to 50 days, and it's beautiful to watch grow. And it's a culinary superstar. You can stir-fry it, steam it, or my favorite, roast until the leaves get crispy and the stalks become tender and sweet. Planting is simple. Sow seeds about 1/4 inch deep in rich soil and thin them to one plant every 6 to 8 inches. Consistent moisture is very important. Try to water at the soil level to keep the leaves dry and prevent disease. To harvest the whole head, slice the plant off at the base. The freshness is unbelievable, so much crisper and more flavorful than store-bought. Now let's introduce some truly spectacular color. Our next crop is one of the most visually stunning vegetables you can grow, ruby Swiss chard. Like its cousin the beet, it adores cool weather. A light frost actually improves its flavor, making the leaves sweeter and more tender. And let's add its hardy cousin, the gorgeous and incredibly tough red Russian kale. It's more tender and mild-flavored than common kale. And here's the secret. Like chard, it gets sweeter after a frost. The cold triggers the plant to convert starches into sugars, a natural antifreeze that improves the taste. Planting these two beauties is wonderfully straightforward. Sow the seeds about 1/2 inch deep in rich, sunny soil. Once they're a few inches tall, thin them to give them room to flourish. Both are fantastic cut-and-come-again crops. Harvest the outer leaves, and the plants will continuously send up new ones from the center. A small patch can provide a steady supply of greens throughout the entire autumn, often well into the early winter. Now, let's add a different kind of crop to the mix, one that is incredibly productive and so satisfying to grow. Beans. We're going to talk about two fantastic bush bean varieties. These aren't pole beans. They are compact, bushy plants that are perfect for getting a harvest before the first frost. The Blue Lake is a legend for a reason. Stringless, crisp, with a classic rich bean flavor. And the Royal Burgundy is a real showstopper. Those beautiful deep purple pods are incredibly easy to see against the leaves, which makes harvesting a breeze. Beans are one of the easiest vegetables to plant. Plant the large seeds about 1 inch deep and 2 to 3 inches apart in a sunny spot. Try to water them at the base of the plant. Keeping the leaves dry helps prevent fungal diseases in the cool, damp fall weather. Start checking your plants around day 50. Pick the pods when they are firm and slender, before the seeds inside start to bulge. And here's a fun surprise with the Royal Burgundy variety. When you cook them, the heat turns them from vibrant purple to a beautiful, bright green. It's a built-in cooking timer. All right, you have been so patient. I promised you a surprise for our 9th and final crop, and I am so excited to finally share it with you. It's a vegetable that screams midsummer, a classic you probably think is long gone for the year. Are you ready? Our surprise crop is summer squash. Specifically, the early white bush scallop variety. I know it sounds crazy, but the secret lies in two factors. This variety is incredibly fast, maturing in as little as 49 days, and we're taking advantage of the warm soil to give it a powerful head start. A surprising advantage is that many notorious squash pests have completed their life cycles for the year, so you have a much better chance of success. Plant them in a hill. Dig a hole, enrich it with lots of compost, and plant 3 to 4 seeds together about 1 inch deep. This is crucial. Once they sprout, thin each hill down to the single strongest plant. This directs all the resources into your champion. And the final secret is to harvest them when they are young and tender, about 2 to 3 inches across. Frequent harvesting tells the plant to keep producing more. And just like that, our incredible 55-day gardening adventure comes to a close. We filled our beds with peppery arugula, crisp lettuce, 2-for-1 beets, beautiful bok choy, colorful chard and kale, beans that beat the clock, and our magic trick, summer squash in the fall. The end of summer isn't the end of gardening. It's the beginning of a new, faster, rewarding chapter. So now I want to extend a personal invitation to you. Don't just watch this video and think, that was interesting. You don't need a huge amount of space. Choose 1 or 2 of the crops we talked about today and just give it a try. Gardening in the fall is a uniquely peaceful experience. It's a chance to connect with the earth one last time before winter. Think of the satisfaction you'll feel when you step outside and harvest something you grew yourself, long after most gardens have been put to bed. Thank you so much for joining me on this speedy and delicious journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what country you are watching from. Until next time, happy gardening.